Today's video might be probably the most important video that a lot of you guys are gonna watch. And I'm explaining the reason why. You finally get it. You get it, you get it, you get it. You guys finally understand why men can age like fine wine. In the last video, I explained the concept of how men age like fine wine, where we broke down the different aspects of how a man can gain power, whether it's through influence, whether it's through networking, whether it's through wisdom and obtaining knowledge. I showed you how the average lifespan of a man, if you take advantage of the life that you have, if you plan it out, if you have a vision, you can age gracefully, just like my boy Sean Connery. So in today's video, we're gonna dissect it on an individual level. And I'm gonna give you guys the different strategies and tactics that you can use to allow yourself to age like fine wine. This video is essentially gonna be centered around vision. A wise man that I followed throughout the last 4 to 5 years, he always reiterated, you gotta have vision. You gotta have vision. A man without vision is going to perish. Even the Bible speaks about it. Where there is no vision, the people fail. The reason why you guys need a vision is because the vision is like a blueprint. It's like a scheme. It's like the diagram for how you're gonna build your life. And the reason why you guys need this is because first and foremost, it gives you a goal to aim for. It gives you a target to aim for. Just like how you have to plan out your semester, you have to plan out your college credits, you have to plan out the type of job you're gonna get, you need to plan out your life. I've never met a wise man who never told me to plan out things, whether it be the relationship you want to have, whether it be the life you want to live, the country you want to go to, the type of family dynamic you want to construct, the type of business that you want, the type of client that you want to help out. You guys need to plan it, and you need to plan it deeply, because it's going to motivate you, but most importantly, it's going to allow you to be able to influence the people around you. It's going to show people that you are separate from the average guy who doesn't even know what he's gonna eat in the morning, who doesn't even know what type of drawers he's gonna put on, who doesn't even know where he's gonna be next week. He's just going with the wind, going with the flow. And sometimes you do have to just kind of go and go with where life takes you, but you should always have an aim. You should always have a goal for where you wanna be. So in today's video, I'm going to show you my template. And quick disclaimer, you do not need to follow my template to a T, because you and me are not the same person. No two men are created equally to be the exact same. I have certain strengths and I have certain weaknesses. I have a certain personality and certain wants and desires for what I want in my life. You're not me. When I was young, I used to watch a lot of these guys on YouTube, guys that I looked up to, guys who were extremely charismatic, who had a different mindset, and I would try to replicate what they had. And the biggest issue with that is that I started to understand that some of the stuff that they were talking about, it was not law. It was not principle. A lot of you guys look at a guy that you're inspired by, and there's a great thing that you're inspired by them, but the things that a man may tell you is not 100% absolute. The only words on this earth that are absolute is the words of the Most High. So as you guys start to develop as a man, what you're gonna start to find out is that you have things that you want that's gonna be completely different from somebody else. And while you can take inspiration and you can take motivation from somebody, like even myself, you can take inspiration and you can take motivation, I am not your father. I am not here to hold your hand and lead you into the type of life that you want to live. I can give you a blueprint, I can give you an example, and I can share certain things with myself that works. But you yourself have to create this. And that is a part of being a man. It's a part of learning what you want in life, going for what you want in life, developing a plan, and working to build that up to where you want to be. So that's what I'm going to do for you guys. And that's why I'm going to give you a template. So y'all got to stay tuned to the video. But also, for those of you guys who watch me, please like the video. If you guys, enjoy it, make sure you comment. This way I can build up the channel and I can feed the bullshit YouTube algorithm. It's just how we got to play it, man. I really don't care to say stuff like this, but ultimately, man, I am trying to grow the channel. So if you guys could, make sure you like the video. So now that we got that out the way, how can men age like wine? Where first things first, it starts with your mind. Dang it, PTK, you rhyme. But listen, you have to cultivate your mindset, because essentially your mind is like your computing system. Just like with a computer, you have a programmer, they put certain things that allows the computer to display things, that allows the computer to operate a certain way. Well, that's literally what your mind is. That's what was created in between your temples. So You have to be able to shape your mind, and you have to be able to put the right things in your mind, because your mindset creates everything in front of you. So once you guys start to think differently, then you have to take the action. This is where you get the people who say it takes 21 days to create a habit. You guys have to get in the habit of living a certain lifestyle, whether it's your health, whether it's your money, whether it's the type of people you want to have around you, whether it's, looking back at things that you need in order to correct, whether it's going and delving into the spiritual aspects of your life. It all starts with your mind, and you guys have to start to create good habits. And then once you guys stick with it long enough, then you have the common cliche of it takes 21 days to create a habit, but it takes 90 days to create a lifestyle. That's when you start going to the gym on a regular basis. You start to feel like you have to go to the gym. When you start saving money, you start to feel like you have to save money. You get my point? So that's what you guys want to build it up off of. You're building the groundwork until eventually you have a home that you dwell in. And I'm not talking about a physical home. I'm talking about your mental home. And again, what will happen is that your life starts to become a reflection of your mindset. So that's the reason why you guys want to create habits first and then create the lifestyle. And as you start to live the life, the mindset that you started from the beginning, the blueprint that you put into it, it will become your reality based off of how you work. Again, the Bible says that whatever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. So you have to be able to start to plant good seeds around you so you can reap the benefits long term. So the first and most important thing, if you guys want to age like Fine Wine, you have to prioritize your health. I don't give a fuck what anybody is telling you. I don't care how young you are, how strong you think you is, bro. Once you start to age and you start to get on the other side of the hill, you're gonna want to thank me, bro. Look, calm down, listen what I have to tell you. Again, your body is like your temple. So you guys need to prioritize it. And the thing that you need to do if you want to age like Fine Wine, avoid artificial, man-made bullshit foods. The reason why is because your body naturally wants to eat things that were created from the earth. Fruits, vegetables, different crops. You want to stay within this range, because when you start to put artificial stuff inside your body, and we've been programmed from a very young age to like artificial sweeteners, to like artificial GMO tempered foods, right? So as you guys start to grow and you start to develop, you have a lot of toxins, you have a lot of metals, you have a lot of things within your body that create and cultivate a lot of bad health as you get older. That's why cancer is sky high. That's why high blood pressure is sky high. That's why you have a lot of young kids dealing with autism, because sometimes these toxins are passed from the parent to the kid. And you also need to understand something. When you have a family, you want to allow them to start with these habits instead of having to learn these things as you get older, like the vast majority of us do. So make sure that you guys stay with more natural diets. I'm not sitting here telling you can't go and eat fast food and eat a burger joint and put some artificial sweetener in your coffee from time to time, because I do that. But what I'm saying is, in general, you want to stay more natural, and please cut out the processed foods. Your body will thank you later. Next thing you need to do, you need to build up your body. A lot of y'all dudes is lazy and you feel like you hot shit because you can just wake up and live your life without working out. But the thing that working out does is it creates a better mental mindset, and also your body releases more endorphins. A lot of you guys are dealing with depression. Working out can help subside some of the aspects of the depression, because a lot of times you guys are just in your own way. You're stuck in a certain reality and your mind cannot be transformed. So when you go to the gym, it allows you to have some positive momentum in your life. And as you start to work out, it also comes with self-confidence, self-esteem. You can potentially meet people. You can potentially meet you a woman, whatever it may be. And it's just a better, environment for you to learn and for you to grow in. So you definitely want to do that. And most importantly, you're strengthening up your body. As a man, you might not necessarily be the strongest and the biggest dude, but you cultivate this body that the Most High gave you. And that will essentially allow you to be able to deal with things better. Because as you get old, you're going to start to deal with different ailments, different pains, and things like that. And so you need to strengthen up this temple, because, you only have one. And once you get onto the opposite side of life, it's going to be very hard for you to build up something that you could have built at a young age and set up a proper foundation. And then once you guys start to do that, You need to avoid things that destroy the temple. You guys have to stop intoxicating yourself with toxins every Friday and Saturday so y'all can get lit. I'm just being real. You guys got to stop smoking and putting things into your natural air filters, aka your lungs, because it's gonna catch up to you. And most importantly, you have to listen to your body's signals. This is something that I've struggled with, is that I like to go crazy, I like to play sports, I like to do this, work out, lift, and all this shit. And then your body is gonna tell you, hey bro, I can't do that no more. You start getting hurt. You think, bro, I just thugged through it. You got that warrior, that soldier mindset. You just gotta keep on going. And your body gets hurt worse and worse. So you guys have to be able to understand your body, just like you need to understand the woman that you're dealing with. When you guys understand the type of body you have and the type of signals you have within your body, it will allow you to be able to correct certain things that you're facing on a day-to-day basis. And as you guys get older, you're gonna have less of these debilitating shoulder injuries, knee injuries, mental things that you're dealing with, because you've already put in the work to make sure that your body is avoiding things that are gonna destroy it. Now, the next thing that's going to allow you to age gracefully and to age like fine wine is you got to set up and cultivate your money habits. To tell you the truth, money is probably the thing that we acquire the most, but that we keep the least. Everybody knows how to attack money, how to go after and get money, especially in America. This is a hustle and bustle type of environment where people, the vast majority of people, worship money like it's a god. So in America, it's very easy to get money. Now, am I saying that you can just allow money to fall from the sky? Hell no. But in America, you have many opportunities to gain money. The issue with people is that people are not defensive with their money. They don't save their money, and that's why they get in very shitty positions. So for you guys to age like fine wine, you have to plant these seeds at a young age. You guys need to get into the habit where you're saving money. Not because all y'all are in the habits of spending your money recklessly on dumb shit, but the vast majority of you at least. So you guys have to develop the habit to save money. If you guys are working regularly, make sure you put a certain amount of money away. I don't care how much it is, 5%, but I would tell y'all to aim for 10%, but make sure you're saving the money. If you're making $500 a check, 10% is $50. It may not seem like a lot, but 52 weeks in a year times 5, you're saving $2,500. By the time you're 18 to the time you're 28, you have $25,000 saved in the bank. You could pay off your car. You could, make a down payment on the house. And that's off of you earning $500 a week. If you save 10% of that for 10 years. So imagine you starting to, become a big baller, save $1,000, $2,000. You can literally save 6 figures. And you can, if you know how to invest these things properly, you can have, reoccurring interest that allows you to live your life. So if you get hurt, if you have a bad debilitating injury, if somebody, if your family, God forbid, they die, you need to support the family. Now you don't have to go into debt, deal with these fucking predator loan sharks and things like, I know I'm getting a little bit deeper, but these are things that are going to happen in your life. When you have these emergencies, when you have these hard times, you need to have safe havens, because money is a strong defense, whether you want to believe it or not. Don't worship it, but you need to have it because it makes your life easier. And also, one thing that you guys are going to need to learn is you need to learn to develop discipline. People hate discipline. As a kid, I hated discipline. I hated when my mom grounded my ass for an hour or two and I had to literally read a book for 2 hours straight. I hated being disciplined by my father when I was young, and I would get my ass whooped because I did something out of line. But as I grow and as I start to understand and look at things as a man, you have to develop discipline in your life. And the main thing that you need to be disciplined with as you grow older is money. So you guys need to set up limits for the amount of money that you spend, because your mind is going to tell you to go out and splurge. Whereas, when you think about it logically and you're not thinking based off of emotion, you will need to understand that you cannot be one of these dudes flossing and spending out your wealth. Think like the millionaire next door, not like the millionaire that you see on TV. That's going to allow you guys to carry yourself far. And as you start to grow in age, you're not going to be reckless with your money to the point where you're older. And because you made very stupid decisions as a young teen, you have no money to show for it. Because the worst thing that you as a man want to dwell in is that you realize you worked your ass off, you worked very hard to make a lot of money, and boom, you just left it away. Like example, if you guys want your dream girl, you worked yourself up so much, you got fly, you got the great haircut, you learned the talk game, you got experience, and you finally get the woman, and then within a month or two, you don't have the dick discipline, you cheat on her. you can't control your mouth and you say something stupid and you lose the girl, you would feel like an idiot, right? Well, then why are you guys doing it with your money? You're working 40, 50 hours a week, busting your ass, dealing with your boss and the politics of the corporation and stuff like this, just for you on the weekend to go and spend your money on a table, or spend your money on a girl who don't give a damn about you. That's like the same logic of you going towards a dream girl and speaking out of term or saying something stupid to scare her away or destroy your relationship. It's the same thing when you go out to the mall and you splurge your money on dumb shit that you don't even use 1-2 years down the line. You have to have discipline when it comes to saving your money. And the next thing that a lot of people don't understand, you're gonna need this, is within your free time, you want to develop 2 to 3 actionable skills that you can eventually monetize. It doesn't have to be a YouTube channel. It doesn't have to be TikTok influencer. It doesn't have to be Bitcoin. But you as a man, you're skilled with your hands. And I ain't talking about no 1, 2, 3, tuck the buckle my shoe. I'm talking about your skill with your hands to be able to be a welder. You could be a plumber. You could be a auto mechanic. You can drive trucks, whatever the hell you want to do. Or if you have the gift of gab. You want to learn to develop skills that you can use to monetize your voice, whether it's sales, whether it's online influence, whether it's being a promoter. You just need to develop skills as a man, so that way you can develop different ways to monetize a skill, because gone is the day where you can have one job and you're going to be great. You guys want to start to cultivate your skills as a man, so that way, first and foremost, you can make income in different ways, but also, if let's say the industry that you're in, it completely falls apart because of the big scary boogeyman called artificial intelligence, now you have other skills that you can easily transition to that AI may not be able to replicate. This is going to be very important. Guys are going to have to adapt, and that's why you cannot be stuck on your game all day. You cannot be stuck spending thousands of hours on stuff that's not going to benefit you long term, when you can develop a skill that's literally going to save you economically and allow you to be able to survive the times that we're moving into. So make sure you guys do this. And lastly, you guys want to build relationships with people who are owner-minded and have the mindset of an owner, have the mindset of somebody who has capital, who has money, who has resources. The vast majority of people around you, quite frankly, they have a debt mindset. They love debt. They love to spend money like debt. And even though they say they don't want to be in debt, their actions don't reflect the mindset and the words that they're talking. So you as a smart man, kind of similar to LeBron, he had guys that he grew up with, and they essentially were motivated and willing to put the work in, so that way they could have their own businesses. So not only is it just LeBron working hard, but you got Rich Paul with his own agency company. You got Maverick, whatever the hell his name is. So he allowed those dudes to have the same owner mindset that he had, and they created a vision and a mastermind to allow themselves to be able to elevate. You as a man, you want to find guys who are disciplined financially and who have, the mindset to take care of themselves, compared to guys who are just focused on getting debt, splurging, because again, the common cliche is you are the average of your 5 friends, or what is it? Birds of a feather flock together. So if you're tired of being in debt, you can't live around and be around people who live a debt slave lifestyle. Now, the third area that will show you how you can age like fine wine and what you need to do is your social structure. Again, like I just said, birds of a feather flock together. You guys have to be able to discern good, healthy, life-building people from toxic, destructive, chaotic, you want to just fucking completely cut their ass off type of people. There's nothing good from dwelling in a toxic landmine. There's nothing good from dwelling in nuclear waste. Y'all all understand that. You literally see a big sign that says danger when you're around a toxic field. Well, why don't you put labels of toxic people? Because they affect you the same way. Now, no, you're not going to develop, some sort of bad, horrible cancer from being around toxic people, but you're going to have a cancerous mindset. They're going to put certain, energies in your mind. You get my point? You have to understand your body is like an energy conductor. So the energy that you put out is oftentimes the energy that you receive. So when you're around very toxic people, they're putting out constant negative energy. If you're around people who are depressed, if you're around people who have negative look on life, they never happy about anything, that energy is going to come onto you. And I don't give a damn how strong you are. I don't care how independent you are and thinking you can block out all that. I promise you, that's going to come onto you. A lot of you guys who live in toxic relationships with your family, with your mom, you have to get out of it, because it's going to be hard for you to grow as a plant, as a tree, as a man, if you're constantly around negativity. I went through this. I lived in a fucking chaotic home with constant arguments and constant drama, and it was hard for me to grow. It wasn't until I made the decision that I wanted to leave and start fresh with a house that I knew had love in it that my life changed, and I became the man that you're seeing on this video today. So if you guys are stuck in a very bad environment, you must leave out of that and come to a place where you can essentially plant good seeds and have good fruits, and avoid toxic people like the plague. And the next thing that you guys need to do, as you start to grow, you start to gain experiences, you're gonna run into different people. And as you start to analyze the game of life and the pieces all around you, you're gonna be able to label people in different places. Just like in chess, how you're able to label a pawn, you're able to label a knight, a rook, a bishop, a queen. You're gonna be able to label people whether they're good friends or whether they're just associates who have certain skills that you can come back and rely on later on. You do not want to mix water with wine. And what I mean by that is you do not want to mix people who are really only good for business, who don't really have your best interests at heart. You do not want to bring them into your inner circle. You do not want to have somebody, while he may be great with sales, but he's extremely manipulative and he is extremely Machiavellian with a lot of his tactics. Keep him at a distance, and if you do need to use him for something in a specific moment, have that. But do not try to label somebody who's nothing better than an associate, or just somebody that you interact with from time to time, and bring them into your inner circle of people who are supposed to give you peace, who are supposed to give you support, who are supposed to give you guidance. Because if you do, you're going to make a big mistake. I promise you. And also, key thing, if you guys want to age like fine wine, then you have to learn how to reflect on life situations where you make mistakes. A lot of guys fall into a rut of, doing the same thing over and expecting a different result because they didn't develop the skill on how to reflect on the bad situations in their life. You have to be able to analyze where you messed up. You have to be able to analyze where you made mistakes with women, with friends, with business ideas, with jobs. So that way you don't make the same decision twice, because a lot of you guys have the mentality of somebody who's batshit crazy. A lot of you guys have the mindset of somebody who's insane, because you can't sit back and reflect on where you fucked up because you got too much pride, or you just think you're Superman, and you can't realize the mistakes that you make, and you keep making them over and over again. And I ain't trying to sing no soliloquy. I'm just letting y'all know that's what a lot of y'all be doing. So the best way for you guys to be able to get out of this habit is write down what happened. Write down what you did. Write down your plan. And also write down, even write down your failures. So that way when you come across different information that's trying to show you where you messed up, or you're working with a coach, you're working with, a Discord or a group or a mindset group, you can look back and understand and ask them, where do you guys think I went wrong? Then ask somebody else, where did I go wrong? And what you're going to find is over time, you're going to realize that there is a pattern, because the same things that you fucked up at, other people fucked up at as well. And you're going to be able to see the common mistakes. So that way you can create a better mindset and a better game plan to get better. Just like in the NBA, just like in the NFL, what do they have after the game that they play? They have film sessions, right? So they look throughout the game and they saw where they messed up, where they didn't really execute right, where they made the wrong move, and essentially they work on correcting it. So that way in the next game, they're stronger, they're working better, and they can go against more highly, coached and top-ranked teams, and they're not going to get blown out the water because they themselves have improved. And the last thing, if you guys want to age like fine wine, is you have to be a man of the Lord. And look, this is just my personal spiritual preference. I believe in the Bible, and I'm going to stand on it to the day I die. Some of you guys may not believe in the Bible. That's perfectly fine. Turn off the video. It is what it is. But for those of you guys who want to tap into this, you are going to want to become a man of God, a man of the Lord. because with that comes having the spirit of wisdom. And the spirit of wisdom is a spirit that travels throughout all time, from the beginning all the way until the end. And it's able to feed you and give you knowledge on what men from eras before you made mistakes, and give you a blueprint on how to deal with it. And I'm not talking about a blueprint on, the type of business that you want to create or things like that, but general principles that will always stand the test of time will be given to you and fed to you from the spirit of wisdom. If you obey the Most High and his commandments and the things that he tells you to do, he rewards you by giving you the spirit of wisdom to show you where great men in times past and men in the future are going to, deal with and struggle with. And if you're humble enough, and if you're willing to come, asking gracefully and with mercy, he will be able to guide you and lead you. That's one of the biggest things in my life that allowed me to change. It allowed me to not be so emotional. It allowed me to not, just be erratic with my decisions and the type of shit that I was doing, because I had a reckless personality, bro. I'm a guy who has a very up and down personality, kind of like a drug. So I needed something to temper myself and guide myself, because there was a lot of times and situations where I could have been in hell and hot water. And I could be talking to you guys from a place where I made a ton of fuck ups and mistakes. And don't get me wrong, I have. But I'm talking about mistakes like getting the wrong girl pregnant, going to prison, you know what I'm saying? Getting your ass whooped by the police officer because you didn't know when to just be quiet and be as harmless as a dove. So I can give you so many different examples, but the main point that I'm trying to make is that if you guys want to age like fine wine, you want to be able to tap in with the spirit of wisdom that literally has a blueprint, accumulated from all the men across all the different timelines to tell you what you need to avoid and how you need to live your life from a general standpoint. So if you guys, follow that and you develop that and you follow the Most High, he will reward you in turn. So that's pretty much it on this, man. I really hope I helped you guys. Again, obviously I want this channel to grow, but I truly just want to be able to pour out, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to really help you guys grow. I know a lot of guys gonna watch this channel, they're just gonna fucking scroll past it. They're not gonna take it seriously. But if I could just help one guy, 5 guys, 10 guys who truly want to change themselves, who truly want to see themselves as a king, not just in name only, but in action, but in mindset, but in vision, then that's really all I care about. So I hope you guys, take this, you digest it, just like you digest your food at night, man. And, you guys run with it, because again, the sky's the limit for a lot of you guys who have that mindset, who have that potential, who have that, that motivation and perseverance, but you just been making bad mistakes. You haven't really found somebody who truly genuinely cares for you, and you want to be led to the proper way, but you just need some guidance and correction. I'm that guy, and I'm the one who can help you, man. So with that being said, I'll catch you on the video, your next video. Y'all make sure y'all like this one. If you're new, subscribe, comment down below anything that I may have missed that you wanted to add on to what I said. Put it in the comment section below, and I'll catch y'all next time, man. Peace.